LMD Magazine and EFM present Biz Talk, taking an in-depth look at today's biz landscape.
Welcome to another edition of Biz Talk. Today we're speaking to Jayantha De Silva, the President and CEO of IFS Sri Lanka. Thank you for joining us, Mr. De Silva. First off, could you give us a brief overview of IFS Sri Lanka?
Well, IFS in Sri Lanka, we are just about 20 years old almost. That's quite young for a company. But when we came in to Sri Lanka, the challenges that we faced at that time, is very different to the challenges that we face today for the IT industry. So we started quite small. We started with about 25 people, but today we have grown up to about almost 800 people. So that's quite a significant number when you even compare it at international level. I would say we are quite, we cover a lot where many other similar computer companies don't do it. We develop our product. Almost over 90% of the product is developed in this building in Sri Lanka, and also we sell our product, or I would say rather the solution to the region from Colombo. Then also we have the 24-hour support center in Colombo, which is a very significant improvement. And very recently we started the academy, which is also another very, very significant thing. So we have the academy here. We do the certification not for only Sri Lanka and for the region, but the whole world. So the achievements have been quite good and heavy, and I would say we have been very successful in Sri Lanka.
Moving on, what is IFS's core business?
Well, IFS, we are into this normal, if you use a normal word, it's called ERP. So we are into ERP business. But I would say, if you really elaborate, we are like business doctors, right? We go to customers where we feel that they have ailments in respect of business. We go there, we study, we research, do the research, and we use our very important solution called IFS, and we try to sort of rectify or give them remedies and also enhance their business processes, thereby finally helping them to fulfill their objectives and their goals.
In the process of implementing this enterprise resource planning system, what are the challenges a Sri Lankan organization would face?
Of course, any ERP in the sense, as it implies, it covers the whole business processes of that particular company compared to accounting package, or for that matter, even a bespoke software. So it's a challenge in any part of the world, including some of the very developed countries like USA, or for that matter Scandinavia, UK or Australia. But of course the challenges are very unique when you compare to South Asian region, including India, because some may perceive the thing that it's easy to do IT solution in India. I would very honestly say that it is extremely difficult to sort of implement products like IFS, or for that matter ERP in India, South Asia. From my experience, where I have implemented the solutions in many parts of the world, I would say it's at least about 5-6 times difficult to implement a ERP in a part of the world, in something like Sri Lanka or India, because ERP is essentially a business solution which should be driven by the top to bottom. It is a CEO's own solution. It's not a technical solution, right? So it's very important that the ownership should be taken by the top board level, sea level. So in our part of the world, that doesn't happen, to be very honest. So sometimes it's very hard for us to go and impress this or inculcate this type of thinking into an organization. So it's a bit tough, but of course that's how it works, and we have been very successful in Sri Lanka too.
As far as the Sri Lankan IT sector is concerned, what do you think it lacks and what should be done to improve it?
Well, of course, if you really look at it, I would say within the last 20 years, since we came to Sri Lanka, the industry has improved a lot. We were the first FDI, IT-related companies, first FDI to come to Sri Lanka. At that time, the challenges were many, and we had the guts to come. If I say in that context, we had the guts to come to Sri Lanka and establish ourselves in Colombo, and we are quite happy about it. And since then, I have seen that we have improved a lot. I mean, the industry has improved a lot. We were about a $60 million industry at that time. Today, we are almost about $800 million. So we are we are the fifth largest industry in Sri Lanka, and we have improved a lot. But of course, I would not say that we have not to the potential we have developed in the IT industry. There's so many things to do. As you may know, SLASCOM, and I was the past chairman of SLASCOM, and we have our objectives, and we were planning to be $1 billion industry by 2016. I'm quite confident that we can achieve that, though a lot of people were skeptical at that moment. And again, we have another challenging target in 2022 to become a $5 billion industry. I'm confident about it. I'm very, very confident that we would be a $5 billion industry.
Right. Returning to the latter part of the last question, what kinds of changes would you like to see in the IT industry?
Well, to be very honest, I would say from almost, as I said, a very, very small industry, we have now come into fairly significant industry. The biggest thing that you have to understand is the value addition that we bring. I don't want to compare the other industries, but we bring a value addition, about a 90% value addition, right? Because everything, in some of the industries, everything is imported to this country, and a very small amount of value addition. But we are not that. So when you say a $5 billion industry, sometimes the value addition, you compare it, maybe about $4 billion being in the country. So our biggest challenge, I would say, is the capacity, to be very honest, because the requirement outside Sri Lanka is actually, you can say, infinity. There is no boundary. It's about a $3 trillion industry outside. So there's a lot of potential, but the right people is the capacity is one of the biggest drawbacks that we have. The second is, of course, in plain language, it is marketing, right? That we have to market ourselves outside. And also the policies of the governments, right? I would very honestly say, to impress the policymakers, it has been a tough thing for us, to be very honest. So the government should look at it as one of the key things for the country, because as an IT guy, I feel that the future is IT and nothing else for this country. So if the government recognizes that and helps the industry, we can really prosper.
Final question. What can you tell us about IFS's plans for the future?
Well, as I said, IFS started very small, and we are about almost 800 people. As a ERP business solution provider, we are bringing most of the functions to Colombo, like the development, R&D, research and development, then the sales, the academy, then the 24-hour support. So we want to expand the company, right? And we hope to increase our staff. We are one of the very few companies who has been gradual right throughout increasing the staff. So we plan to as I said, one of the key things is the facilities that we provide for our employees. So we are hoping to start our new building here. We want to expand the capacity in that context. We want to recruit within the next 3 years to about 1,200 people and do more and more development. And I would say that IFS would focus on Sri Lanka more and more and bring most of these functionalities to Colombo.
Again, thank you for your time, Mr. De Silva.
Thank you.
Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday for more insights from our business community. You can also log on to efm.lk and lmd.lk/lmdtv for a visual experience of Biz Talk.